Hey, good evening. It's Granddaddy said what? And it's Tuesday, and it's Totally Tuesday. Totally Tuesday is a day that I kind of just talk about anything. So I've decided, as a one of the jobs I am a real estate agent. I decided to spend a couple Tuesdays on my Totally Tuesday time talking to you about real estate and what that might mean to you or your family as they're trying to make a determination about what they should do. So here goes. So, a question that you might often get as, or you might, as a real estate agent, or you might be thinking about as a potential buyer is, well, how much should I borrow on a purchase of a home? I would like to get my clients, and I often tell my clients who are purchasing to think differently. What I tell them to do is, hey, think about it from this perspective. If I could only rent, how much could I afford to rent? And the reason I say that is because normally that rent is assigned to some budget that you might have that you might be living from. Whereas when you go to get a loan, a bank is going to loan you or tell you they can loan you a certain amount of money, but won't consider all the factors that might be going on in your life. So, for example, if you have, let's say your kids are going to private school and you're paying $1,000 a month for them to attend private school. Well, that's not going to be part of the consideration that the bank makes when it makes you that offer on how much they're willing to loan you. The second thing might be, here's another example. Say your kid plays travel soccer and you're spending $500, $600 a month on travel soccer, going to games and paying his or her fees. Once again, the bank will not consider that as part of how much you can borrow. However, if you have a budget, right, and you were renting, you would have that budget lined out. It would have your food, your car payment, your electricity. It would have your private school costs. It would have the soccer costs. And then you would know, well, hey, I can afford to spend this amount of money on a rental if I was just renting. So I can't afford to spend any more than that on a home purchase. And what you do is you reverse engineer by taking that monthly amount, applying the interest rate, and then figuring how much your overall loan will be. And there are some other costs like taxes and insurance that you would have to throw in there also. So just a thought. Remember, when you're getting ready to buy a home, think about it as how much could I afford to rent and how does it fit in my overall budget before you sign on the dotted line. That's Granddaddy said what? Here on Totally Tuesday, where I'm going to spend the next couple Tuesdays talking to you about real estate matters. So that was number one. Maybe we'll talk about preparing your home for sale on number two. Have a great day.